Yo, what's going on? It's Keith from Black Quarterback Series, and today we got another real quick video. Let's get into it. So, hey, if you don't know, my name is Keith. I do Black Quarterback Series, and today, it's going to be a little shorter video, no football. Didn't even bother. I think I told you guys last week, I didn't even bother to watch the Pro Bowl or want anything to do with the Pro Bowl. Lamar didn't play in the Pro Bowl. I think it was a flag football game. I didn't even want nothing to do with it. So, here's the score of the Pro Bowl if you care. I think it was like 62-56, something like that. So also, if you just want my straight predictions, I'm gonna leave that at the bottom. So if you just want to skip all the other stuff I'm about to talk about and go straight to that, you be my guest. So first topic today is Cliff Kingsbury is the offensive coordinator in Washington. And so doing a little bit of digging, I didn't do very much digging. He was a part of the staff in OKC, USC with Caleb Williams. And Washington has the second overall pick. And so it's looking like they're trying to position themselves into getting into the Caleb Williams business via Chicago. If Chicago trades the pick and sticks with Justin Fields, like I think they should. But I think that's kind of bleak. Chicago is known for doing dumb stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they have both quarterbacks on the roster at the same time. This sounds like something Chicago would do. And so I'm not the biggest Cliff Kingsbury fan, but I can't sit here and tell you that I know all his schematics or anything. We'll get into that later in the summer. As far as that, especially if they draft Caleb, because obviously I had to start watching him. But yeah, so that's really all I know about the Cliff Kingsbury thing. Way too early predictions of where everybody goes. I think Justin Fields stays in Chicago. I think Caleb Williams goes to Washington. I think his name is JJ McCarthy or something like that. Or Drake May. One of those two goes to New England, and the rest is up in the air. The rest is completely up in the air. So those are my way too early predictions without really any knowledge of it yet. But that's kind of what I think. The Ravens lost a lot of coaches. I'm gonna show you all the coaches they lost. Obviously, they lost Mike McDonald to Seattle. It'll be a poor man's version of what happened in Houston for them next year. Houston had more talent offensively to get this done. So I think it's just we're gonna look up and be like, oh man, that's baby Baltimore. I think that's what Seattle is going to be, is baby Baltimore. Luckily, they're not in the same conference. So shout out to Mike McDonald. Shout out to all the shout out all the defensive guys that's getting head jobs. And yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how Baltimore recovers from losing so much. You got to figure out a way to keep Patrick Queen if there's a market for that. But I think Patrick Queen is going to Seattle now to go play for defensive coordinator Mike McDonald. So I think that's a strong possibility, especially if they got the money. And Pat seems like the type of guy that might take a little bit of a haircut just to go to a system that he's more comfortable in. And he'll be the lead dog there for them. So my predictions. I told you guys a real short video today. Not much to talk about. I think the game's going to be closer than we think. I think Pat has a lot on his mind right now. Considering what just happened to his dad, I'll leave it up on the screen. So I don't think Pat is going to play as well as we think he is going to play. But I do think they still get the win. I think they still get the win. And I think it'll be a lot easier than we think it's going to be. I know we're thinking for a good game and all that, but I think them beating Baltimore just springboard them that they can beat almost anybody. I think the final I was going to go 27-17, but I think I'm going to go 27-21 now. Kansas City. I think they scored their last touch. I think Kansas City scores a touchdown with 4 minutes to go, and Brock Purdy turns back into a pumpkin and throws a late interception. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. And if Brock Purdy do win, let me get out in front of this before I get inboxes and friends texting me and all this stuff. If Brock Purdy do win, I still don't think he's better than Lamar Jackson. He just had more talent and was in a better roster. He's better than most of the other game managers that's won the Super Bowl. But let's not sit here and act like he's going to be he's going to be called a top 5 quarterback if he wins the Super Bowl. And There's really nothing you can say about that because he's a winner. And I use air quotes because just because you're a winner don't mean you're the best guy. Brady, for his first 2-3 Super Bowls, was not a game man. Well, he was a game manager. He didn't turn into Brady until later on. Maybe that's the trajectory Purdy is on. But even if he wins the Super Bowl, there are a lot of guys that are better than him because it's just the pure talent he has around him. So we won't see if Brock really made it something until he gets away from the Shanahan offense or Shanahan retires or they lose their talent because of the salary cap. Then we'll get to see if Brock Purdy's that dude. But until then, if he wins the Super Bowl, people are going to call him a top 5 quarterback. And I won't think he's the top 10 quarterback, but I won't argue you about it because obviously he won the big one. So 21-27, Kansas City. Kansas City's wins back-to-back Super Bowls. And at some point, the ship got to fall off, right? So they win back-to-back Super Bowls, and we're having discussions about is he the greatest quarterback of all time in Pat Mahomes. So that's what I got. You guys enjoy the game, and I will see you guys later Sunday night. I'm going to try to do reaction right after the game. So I'll talk to you guys then. Peace. And everybody who's enjoying the J. Cole concert this week, I'm going to mine next week. So you guys in Tampa, and I don't know who they're going to second, but you guys enjoy the concert. I'm going to enjoy mine next week. Peace.